Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. So we're in Three Valley Gap. You can just see the chalet there off to the left. And we're going to be heading towards Revelstoke. That's east on the Trans-Canada Highway. So Three Valley Gap there, I should mention, it's kind of a chalet. I think there's 200 rooms, like a hotel there. I think there's a railroad museum maybe, and some kind of classic car, vintage car museum, and a few other things. I've not, I don't think I've stopped there when they've been open. I think it's always closed whenever I've been through. Maybe it was a seasonal thing. I don't think they'd be open in the winter. That area along here, actually this whole spot here, is quite steep on either side, so you get a lot of avalanches and a lot of kind of, when everything's thawing, you'll get the odd landslide or rock that comes down or something. So this being the Trans-Canada Highway, this is the main route that goes across Canada, and it's would be the main route you'd go if you were, say, heading from Calgary towards Vancouver, that direction. In previous videos we came from Sicamous, which is just outside of Salmon Arm, and we headed east towards the Three Valley Gap here. This isn't what it looks like in the winter. This is early fall. So I think end of September, early October. Everything's still quite green. Starting to see some colors change, but it's a little bit less traffic than you get in the summertime. Everybody's back in school, and yeah, it's cooling off at night. It's still good camping and camping weather, but yeah, definitely not a lot of vacation traffic. So I've mentioned in previous videos that this area is really popular with snowmobilers and that sort of thing. It's just because these mountains are so steep and they're so high, they just get a lot of snow through here. But towards Revelstoke's become a really popular place for skiing as well. I don't really remember it being that way, like 20 years ago, but I could be wrong. But probably the last, actually maybe about the last 20 years, I've heard about people like driving this way to actually go skiing. So it's become quite the popular spot now. So they do a lot of helicopter skiing where they take you up to the top of some of these peaks and the bowls and stuff that are in behind that you can't get access to any other way. I know if you're at any of the hotels in Revelstoke, you can hear lots of helicopters taking off in areas fairly close to town. People drive between Sicamous and Revelstoke, for a change of pace, something different, and so yeah, the hotels are pretty busy in both places. in the winter. So nice to drive this when there isn't a ton of traffic. It's I don't know, probably maybe 10 o'clock in the morning. I don't know if you noticed that those gates back there, but they'll drop them down when there's different avalanches, or they're trying to set. They'll actually try to set the avalanches off, dropping little bombs out of helicopters and stuff like that. I don't think they have on the Coquihalla. They have actual, I think, guns that shoot into the snow to trigger the avalanches. I don't think they have that around here. But if you drive the Coquihalla Highway, you'll see these little mounts and stuff. I think they're quite big, but I think they're for putting some kind of, I don't know if it's an air cannon or what it is. Fires stuff up into different avalanche kind of zones. This place on the left used to be a snowmobile shop. I don't know if they still do that. It's kind of one of the big ones in this area. I don't know a lot about the area and what I'm kind of driving past, so if you have anything to add, please leave it in the comments, because I'd be interested to know, if there's, something to see along here. I always just go whizzing through because I'm trying to get somewhere in a hurry, but I'm sure there's a lot of stuff along here. I noticed there was a Forest Service road, so that's like a logging road, just as you go out of Three Valley Gap, and that was to the right. And I looked at it on a map, and it really climbs up to the top of the mountains, and it looks quite well traveled. So actually, when I zoomed in, and I could see people, like vehicles parked, and looked like somebody had a trailer up there camping or something, but it's kind of a neat spot because it goes way, way, way back. I think that was, actually, I wrote it down as Third Valley Third Valley Victor Forest Service Road. Third Valley Victor. So this is the turnoff here if you're going to head towards Arrow Lake and the ferry that heads across towards Trout Lake and Nakusp. Or sorry, not Nakusp, New Denver. You can eventually get towards Nakusp, but I'll put a link to that video. We had to head down that direction. We did that maybe a month ago or something like that. We did a video where I headed down there. But this is the Revelstoke Bridge. I think it's like that's what it's called. But anyway, this is Revelstoke now. And there's a couple hotels and that on the left. But the town, most of the town is to the right here. Gas stations, fast food, that sort of thing. But the actual town, which is quite neat. Got a neat downtown core, some nice shops and stuff. Yeah, there's a big Revelstoke sign. So if you continue down this road past where we're gonna stop, there's a railway museum down there on the left, and it's quite big. This is a big railroad town. I think that's probably the main thing what started this area, populating this area. But it's yeah, got quite a bit of history with that, and it still is a big railway town. But I think we'll probably end this video up here. But if you like this kind of thing, think about subscribing. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.